I remember when I was younger, my mum used to drill into my brain, Tim, early bird gets the worm. Make sure you wake up nice and early. Eventually, it became a reality for me. And what I find so fascinating today is the fact that I just still see so many entrepreneurs who lie in, who aren't waking up early. Because if you look at the most successful entrepreneurs on this planet, the likes of Steve Jobs, likes of Jack Dorsey, the likes of Richard Branson, they are all early risers. Because by waking up early, you're tapping into the time of the day where there are less demands, meaning you can increase your productivity by planning for rest of the day in advance in comparison to everybody else. And so being an early riser, I've noticed, is a real key trait to success. So in today's video, I wanted to reveal to you the 5 easy ways to rise earlier than anybody else. These are the 5 steps that I've used in my life to become an early riser. So going on to the first point is to exercise during the day. The reason being is if you look at us as a human species, back in the caveman era, what did we used to do? We used to hunt for food, we used to constantly be on our feet, burning calories, going out of breath, getting the heart pumping, the blood flowing. And naturally, we would want to sleep when the sun goes down. Why? Because we're exhausted. But today, for most entrepreneurs out there, this isn't the reality because we go from one meeting to another meeting. We just sit there in our office, typing away on a piece of metal that we call our computer or laptop. It is very far from who we used to really be. And so it is no surprise that you may be struggling to go to sleep early right now. It's no surprise that you may get to midnight and you still feel like, whoa, I could run a freaking marathon. It's because you haven't really exhausted your body and given it the healthy, run it needs or the gym session it needs. So make sure to exercise during the day and you'll notice a big difference in regards to not only how productive you feel by getting the blood flowing, but also how naturally you feel tired earlier in the night, okay? And this ties in perfectly with the second point. The second point is to go to bed early. And this may sound so simple to you, but what I found is most people out there aren't doing the simple. And so what I recommend is to take baby steps. If right now you are sleeping at midnight, well, gradually work yourself to 11:30 p.m., then to 11 p.m., 10:30 p.m. and so forth. Take baby steps to get to the ideal time to sleep. My recommendation is between 9 p.m. and 10 p.m. And after you've tried everything else, these baby steps, it still doesn't work. My recommendation is to supplement with melatonin. And what melatonin is a hormone made by the pineal gland, a small gland in your brain. And melatonin helps to control your sleep and wake cycle. And so melatonin is being released naturally in your body right now, but at the times that you normally go to sleep, for example, at midnight. So what you can do to quickly adjust to a new time schedule is to supplement melatonin, let's say at 9 p.m., the ideal time you want to go to sleep. This is what I actually supplement myself with when I'm literally traveling all around the world speaking, where I've literally got one day to quickly adjust to a new time zone before going onto the stage. It's a super powerful supplement, but again, with any supplements like melatonin, be sure to consult with your doctor just to make sure it's safe for you. So going on to the third point is to change your beliefs about mornings. And the reason being is this: I found so many people out there have got subconscious beliefs that's preventing them from actually making the big changes they want. It's almost like, picture this, you're in a car, you've got one foot on the accelerator and one foot on the brake. You're trying to move forwards, but actually you're just being stuck. And so what I found is this: most people out there who aren't morning people, who are trying to make the change, are still complaining about the morning to their friends. And they're going to the office saying, oh my God, I woke up this morning, I was so tired, I felt terrible, I could hardly even open my eyes. And they're making their colleagues laugh. They're making their staff laugh. But think about it, these are subconscious beliefs that's bringing you the results in your life right now. Because how do you expect to get good at something that you are making fun of? How do you expect to get good at something that you hate? So it's important that you change your beliefs about mornings and you begin to love it. You begin to identify with it and start calling yourself a morning person and not a night owl. Okay, that's very important for you. Make sure you don't have subconscious sabotage that's currently going on in your mind right now. So that is the third point, is to change your beliefs about mornings. Going on to the fourth point is to not to drink anything that contains caffeine. That includes coffee, Coke, green tea, tea, anything that you know contains caffeine, avoid it at all costs. Because what caffeine does is it basically triggers the fight or flight response every time you take a sip. It is terrible for the nervous system as it just stimulates it unnecessarily. And so what it really does is at the end of the day, you will feel more stress as a result. You may feel more anxious, and that is the last thing an entrepreneur needs. And some of you may be thinking, Tim, but I can literally drink green tea or coffee and go to sleep fine. But what you realize is this: you've simply just become immune to caffeine. And you may think, yeah, it's not affecting me, but the thing is, your body still knows there's caffeine in its system. And so although you think you are sleeping, you are not getting the deep sleep. And so that may be the reason why you're waking up right now feeling more tired than when you actually went to sleep, okay? Because your body hasn't properly gotten the deep sleep it actually needs. So my advice to you is to avoid caffeine at all costs. It is harmful. Look up the research. It is not good for entrepreneurs who basically live in a high pressure environment. So that is the fourth point, to avoid caffeine at all costs. Now, going on to the final point. Point number 5 is to set yourself up to win. What I can guarantee is that you have probably tried to wake up early in the past, and you probably failed at creating it into a habit. Now, Einstein says this: insanity is doing the same thing over and over, expecting different results. So in order for you to create this into a new habit, you have to really think outside the box here and really think, how can I set myself up to win? Okay, how can I, knowing that I'm gonna feel a bit tired when I wake up in the morning, like knowing the fact that you're not going to want to take a cold shower first thing in the morning. I mean, what can you do to set yourself up to win? For example, right, most people snooze the alarm clock when it goes off nice and early. So what can you do is you can actually move the alarm clock further away from the bed, so it forces you to get up to turn off the alarm clock, and that can act as a trigger for you to actually wake up and actually create this new habit that you want to reinforce. Another thing is you can put the gym clothes nearer to the bed. That way, first thing in the morning when you wake up, you put the gym clothes on, boom, that's anchored, and you can go straight to the gym and get the blood pumping and feel instantly awake naturally. That's what I mean by set yourself up to win. So really think about that right now. What habits you've got in your life right now that are negative, and how can you set yourself up to win so you can actually overcome that negative habit. So those are the 5 easy ways to rise earlier than anybody else. I hope you found this video helpful. If you have, please share it with your friends and loved ones. Be sure to like this video if you like this video, and comment below in regards to any of the questions you've got. Also, I'm going to chuck around more videos for you to watch that will help you to move forwards in your life. And as always, my friend, follow your heart, my friend, and take action and go live the life you're born to live. Speak to you soon.